The Edge browser can literally do some amazing things with PDFs. Are you ready? I'm going to show you. All right, so we're going to look at what happens when you open a PDF just in a regular PDF viewer. So you can obviously change your default viewer for a PDF, but here's what it looks like in my program. So I can scroll like this. Okay, on this side, I have a lot of menus that are available to me, but they are a little bit limited. I can see the pages, okay, and I can add bookmarks. I can do other things. Depending on the PDF reader that you have, you may or may not have as many options available to you. So this is simply what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to show you the difference and how you actually open a PDF in Edge. So I'm going to look at the same exact PDF, but I'm going to right click on it, and it doesn't look like I do it that way, but look, open with, and I'm going to choose Edge. Okay. When I do that, here we go. It opens in Edge. Now, right here is the option. If you want to change your default, so all PDFs open in Edge, you can set it as your default. I'm just going to close this because we're not going to look at that right now. So that is simply the process of just first opening up the PDF. Okay, so that's how you get it to open in Edge. Okay, let's look at some of the basic features of the PDF reader in Edge. So you see this, that's zoom out. This is zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at about this level. This is rotate. So if for some reason you needed to rotate, that would be here. What is this? Fit to width. So it's going to go all the way back. So, and then the other option is fit to page. So fit to width, it's going to go as wide as it can. Fit to page, it's going to show you one whole page at once. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more to show this. Okay. And then the last one I'm going to talk about right here is page view. All right. So I can have single page or I can have two pages at once. Okay. So I can do this, show cover page separately if I want, but single page and two page. Why would I want to show the cover page separately? Sometimes that's just an introduction. So that would mean when I move forward in the pages, content would be grouped together. All right, but let's go back to single page and we will zoom back into about the level I wanted. Okay, so these are just the initial features right here. Okay, so right here, we're going to look on this side. All right, so you can see this tells me what my page number is. So if I scroll, you're going to see that change to indicate what page number I am on. Also, if I wanted to go directly to a page number, so I want to go right to page 9, press 9, hit enter, it'll take me right to page 9. This right here, which says contents, click on it, and then you're going to be able to see the pages at a glance, and then I can click and move back and forth easily through the pages. This is especially helpful if you aren't sure what page you actually need to be on. All right, and you can leave this open or close it, that's up to you. And then right here, the last thing on this side is find. And it's going to pull up a menu right here. So let's say I want to find energy. You see this? It is going to highlight every single place where the word energy is in this PDF. What if I wanted to find nucleus? Oh, nucleus isn't on here. What about proton? Oh, proton is. Okay, so it's going to show me. Now, if I don't want to scroll through the test and find out where it is, I can do this. Go to the previous one. Go to the next one. What if I want to look for atom? Okay, and I could go forward to find out where they are, go backward, and it would indicate where they are in the exam. This is a great way to find specific text in a PDF. Okay, the next feature we're going to look at is Read Aloud. Read Aloud was also present in the Edge browser itself, but let's look at it. Pause it here, okay? If I want it to pick up, say I want it to start reading, not here, I want to go where there is right here. So with this section. So let's start it here. So do you see I can move back and forth between paragraphs? On this type of document, it's going to be a little bit confusing for what it counts as a paragraph. But again, whatever is up at the top is where it's going to start reading. So if I put this up here, it will start reading there. It is going to think this footer right here is something it should read. So watch. Okay, but that is how you use the read aloud feature. Again, remember voice options. You can change the speed of reading and you could choose from a wide variety of voices. Okay, so that is up to you what you want to have the voice sound like. Okay, and that's how you use the read aloud. When you are finished with read aloud, okay, you can exit out right here. Okay, the next feature we're going to look at is add text. So I'm going to click on it, and you see it gives me that little cursor, and I'm going to click right here and say empirical equals reduced. Okay, as a reminder. Now I can change a lot with the text. What can I do? I can change one of these three colors. I can increase or decrease the text size. I can increase the text spacing. I can decrease the text spacing. Okay. I have a few options, or if I'm like, this is not what I want, I can delete it. Here I can, you see, change the size of this box. Here is where I would move it around. So I'm going to leave this note here, but say I wanted this on 2 lines like this. Okay. And I wanted it as a reminder for my students that empirical means reduced. And then I'm just going to click off of it and it will be, and it's left there. Now it gives me the option to again put text somewhere else. So let's click here. Balance electrons in outermost. Okay, so there's another reminder. I'm good with how it is, but I want the text this time to be red. Okay, and then I'm going to click on add text again to get rid of that cursor. Okay, so, but if I still wanted to get rid of this or edit it, I could click back on it and I would have that option. Okay, so this is add text. This is a great way to annotate text. This is a great way to add some notes on a PDF that you would like students to see or someone else that is reading it. This add text option is awesome. Okay, I'm going to look at the next 3 features at once. We have draw, we have highlight, and we have erase. So draw, okay, you can see right here, I can choose some options. So I can change a color, I can change the thickness. So let's do this purple, and I'm going to underline a key vocabulary word, compound, okay. Now, what happens if I had a different color and what is the thickest? What is that going to look like? So you can see that is a very big difference. And I'm like, that is not what I wanted. So click erase, touch on the thing you want to erase, and gone. Okay. Click back on to draw, and again, choose a color. Pink, and I'm going to circle. Oops, I forgot that I didn't change the thickness. So let's go back to a normal thickness, a much lower thickness, and electrons. Okay, so that's how you use draw. The nice thing that I really like about highlight, first of all, you can choose a few different colors. You can also change the thickness. But so let's look at it this way first. So if I go to highlight here, I have the ability to kind of draw as I will. The nice thing is you can change this to text only highlight. So I want to highlight decomposition. So even if I'm going up and down, it's just choosing more text. So that's a way to make nice, neat highlighted marks on specific text. So if you're annotating, what a great way to annotate. You could highlight this, then go back to add text and say, what is this? If you don't remember what that is, okay, make a note for yourself. Click back off of add text. You can draw, you can highlight, and again, you can erase. Anything that you are going to erase, you're going to click on and, kind of move the eraser back and forth, and it's going to erase it. Okay. So drawing, a lot of freedom for shape. Highlight, you can have it be text specific or take off the text only, and then you can highlight. Oops, I forgot, I didn't actually click it. And then you can highlight as you will, like this. Okay. And then erase, click on it and just move back and forth just like you normally would an eraser. Okay. Okay, I also want to show you what's available when you right click. So right now I don't have any text selected. Okay, so I'm going to click off of that and I'm going to right click. When I do that, I can automatically choose add text like I could at the top. I can print, okay, I can read aloud, I can rotate, I can web capture. So what does that mean? That means I can take a screenshot right here. Okay, then I can copy it or I can mark up the capture. So if I copy it, it allows me to paste it right in. If you say I want to mark up the capture, then it's going to allow me to edit, to draw on the web capture before I save it. Okay, so let's just close this. What about if I do have some text highlight and I right click? Okay, a couple of new things happen. Okay, most of it stays the same. I can still copy, I can do a lot here, but this is what I want to say, add a comment. Okay, so if I want to say, don't forget answer. Okay, and then I'm going to click, well, here I can modify, delete, or edit, but there's nothing, I didn't even save it yet. So I'm going to do the check mark, save it, and it's going to be highlighted in yellow. And if I click here, it's going to just hover, it's going to say the note, don't forget the answer sheets. If I click on it, it'll pull it up. So let's go back to where I had here. And say these right here, I want to add a comment. So do you see I have a lot of options right here? Define, I can look up the definition, highlight, but I want to add a comment and say these are basic. Okay, now when I hover at that note, oh, these are isotopes. Okay, so let's look again right here. I highlight something, I'm going to have options. I can copy, I can search, I can define it. What if I click define? There we go. I have a definition. Simple as that. Go back to, I highlight this. As soon as I let go of the highlighting, I don't even have to right click. This shows up. So copy, search, define, highlight, add comment, and then what is more actions? Let's click and see. This goes to my regular right click menu. So as soon as you highlight and let go, it's going to say, oh, maybe you mean one of these really quick things. Okay. So again, truly an amazing part. The difference is, see how I wrote these notes and they're obvious all the time? This is only obvious when I click on it. So you may have different uses for those, but a multitude of ways to annotate your text. Okay, the last couple of things I'm going to show you are print and save. Okay, so I'm just going to add a couple of things here. Electrons are negative. Okay. You can have as much as you want on your edits. Okay. Now, right here, this says save. If I save it, it's just like saving it normally. It is going to replace the document. So in this case, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is click here, click Save As. All right. And I am going to put a number 2 in front of here. And you can see that it has edits. I'm going to save it. Now you can see I can modify where the document is. Right now it's just in my downloads and I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So I'm going to save it. And when I go to that folder, to my download folder, remember I started that with the number 2. When I open it up, okay, and this is just in my regular PDF reader, you can see here are my edits. So what a fantastic way to show annotation. Amazing. Okay. And let's see, let's go back to Edge. So that was save as, and then print. You would just choose the printer that you want and, like you normally would print something. Okay. And it is showing you your edits right here. So I'm going to cancel this because I actually don't want to print that. And there you go. This is the amazingness of looking at a PDF in Edge. I hope you are literally as excited as I am about the amazing PDF features in the Edge browser. Check them out.